See, winners are focused on the task at hand to edify and glorify God. They think about their actions. They're slow to react and slow to speak because they want to make sure that in all of their getting, that they get an understanding to project that love of God out to other people so that they can get an understanding. With a winner, it's never about them. It's never about them. It's always about Him that sent them. It's always, God is always the focus. So if you ever come across someone that makes everything about themselves and, oh yeah, I worked so hard and I studied hard and I've been at this for 15 years and, finally it paid off, that ain't a winner. That's self-reliance, self-centeredness. A winner gives God the glory in every situation. If it had not been for the Lord that was on my side, there's no way I would have made it. I ain't even qualified for this job, but God gave it to me. My life is paid for. Jesus did it for me. I've got the victory. I'm born to win. See, that's how winners think. Then the final thing that I think about when I think about a winner is winners are just victorious. They're just victorious. And so that led me over to Revelations 1:17 through 18. When Christ said to John, don't be afraid. I am the first and the last, like Alpha and Omega, and ever living, like I'm living in the eternities of eternity. And I died, but see, I'm alive forevermore, and I possess the keys of death and Hades, the realm of dead. I have the key to it. See, winners understand that it's not about them, but it's about Jesus. And they understand that the reason why they're winners in the first place is that He overcame it all for them. I was thinking about my godmom this morning, and I was thinking about that time when my cousin Nikki came over to spend the night with us. Boy, that girl could skate. I was so mad because I just couldn't get it. I remember I talked them in to get me some skates. I remember that. And she told me the next day Nikki had gone home, and I was there, and I asked her to comb my hair. I had brushed my teeth, washed my face. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I said, comb my hair so I could go outside and I skate. And as winners know, it's a process. She said that I fell down so many times that she thought at one point she was going to ask me to come in before I broke something. But something said, no, just let her keep at it. The next thing she knew, within a few hours, I was flying down that hill, ponytails flying backwards. And she said that she knew then that I would be a success. She said that she knew then, at the age of 6 years old, that I was born to win. And I know it's some of you out there that have stories like that. And the enemy has come in to rob you of your memories, of your stories in that way and in that capacity. But don't ever forget where you come from and where your burning desire originated from. Because you are born to win. You're born to win. I think about so many people throughout the Bible, even Adam and Eve in the beginning. They were born to win. They had absolutely everything. Did they fail? Yes, they did. Did they fall short? Yes, they did. Did they experience sin first? Yes, they did. Did they lose loved ones? Yes. Had a son to murder another son. They experienced it all, but they fell forward. God had a plan for them. It makes me think about Jesus. He felt every possible pain that we could ever imagine in the Gospels, if you read them or take the time to read about them. And it will open your eyes that He experienced the type of hurt and pain that's unimaginable. He was spit on, He was cursed and pierced by nails, hung heavenward. He was judged, He was ridiculed, betrayed, mocked, abandoned. Felt pain, He was lonely. Felt the shame, all of this, so that we may live and have life more abundantly, and so that we may live. The devil thought he won, but the triumph remains with Christ, because He was born to win. And because we are in Him, we are also born to win. Singers, I want you to think about some times in your life that you should have been dead and gone and sleeping in your grave. When you lost it all, and you couldn't hide the fact that you did. When those you loved walked out on you and turned away. When your loved ones died, leaving you there wondering how you were going to make it. when you had nowhere else to go, when you had no one to call, when you had no one to rescue you, when you thought you would lose your mind, when you were sick in your body, when no one understood your pain, when you couldn't raise your head because of guilt and shame, when you invested 10 years in a relationship and still didn't receive that ring, when you outperformed others on your job and you didn't get that promotion, when you were devoted to your children and they turned their backs on you and talked to you like you're nothing and walked away, when you were loyal to your friends that betrayed you, hurt you, and gossiped about you, when you provided for spouses for years and years and they turned and walked away from you, when you believed the lies and you were still left behind, when you gave it your all, and I mean your all, and it still wasn't good enough. Yeah, I understand exactly how that feels. But you can also think about those times when you took a licking and you kept on ticking. You can still think about the times when you had hope and you had joy and you still had a smile on your face, a song in your heart. You kept getting stronger after every trial. You kept prospering. You kept being blessed. You kept having a word. You kept serving. You kept praying. You kept creating. You kept believing. You kept getting up over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where Satan and his imps were so frustrated to see you rise in the morning because they knew that they had a problem on their hands. Why? Because you were born to win. You are a prototype of the image of God, a masterpiece designed for his splendor. You were chosen before the foundations of this earth. You were the one that Christ hung on that cross and died and rose and came back to show the prints in his hands and the piercing on his side. You were the reason that he went and got the keys from Hades. Yes, and has the keys to eternal life. You were born to win. Don't ever let anyone discourage you. Don't ever let a situation bring you down. Don't ever give up on you. Because if nothing else, think about the one who created you. You are fearfully, beautifully made in the image of God. Why? Because you were born to win. I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye now.